All right, guys, I believe we are live. Hello and welcome. If you have never seen my face before, my name is Tiffany Day. I run this channel, which is Navigating YouTube, and I have talked a couple of times about me, myself, going viral as a smaller YouTube channel. On this channel, I really wanted to create it to kind of expose some of the mistakes I made being on YouTube. So this way you guys don't make like the same mistakes. You can grow a lot faster. And I just had a friend recently who went viral. One of her videos went viral, and I thought it'd be a really cool experience to go ahead and have her tell us about her experience. We asked some questions over on Instagram, so we have some questions for her, basically just to get more ideas of what you guys could do, because everyone goes viral for a different reason, so I'm really excited. So I will let Destiny go ahead and introduce herself, kind of tell you about her channel and why she got started.
Hi, everyone. I'm Destiny. So I actually started originally doing makeup tutorials, gosh, years ago. And then after a while, I took a long break. And then after I had my daughter, I decided just to start filming motherhood and lifestyle vlogs. I was just watching it constantly, and I would always have people tell me I should just pick up the camera and start filming again. So here we are now, a few months later. I think I started towards the end of October, but I really started posting consistently, I think, since January. And I think, yeah, that's pretty much it. I have a 2-year-old daughter named Stella, and I'm a military wife. We are moving to Japan here in a few weeks, so we're super excited about that. And I'm going to be filming basically our move, traveling vlogs, and our whole new experience and journey in Japan coming up. So, yeah.
That's exciting. So what made you want to jump on YouTube and do, I know you said you were doing makeup at first, but what like intrigued you to pick up a camera? I always like, why do we pick up cameras? Why do we pick up our cell phones? And why do we get started on YouTube?
So I originally started, like I said, doing makeup. I am actually a licensed makeup artist. So when I lived in Washington, that's where we were stationed at for a few years. I actually was working with different photographers. I did makeup for weddings and things like that. And people would always ask me makeup advice. And that's kind of when makeup tutorials on YouTube were a thing. And I just said, you know what, I'm gonna make YouTube videos. And I've never been someone that's shy or anything. So I kind of just put myself out there, started filming. And like I said, when we moved back down here to California, I kind of just took a break from that. And then I realized I missed it. And then I had my daughter. And although my content now is a little different than how I first started, it's, you know, similar in being still creative, because not my whole channel doesn't revolve around my daughter. I still do, you know, motherhood things, workout things, shopping, whatever. Like I film whatever is fun. So yeah.
Do you find any pressure to, I know everyone talks about being in a niche, and I know myself being in the motherhood community, like we're moms, we do a little bit of everything. So do you feel pressure to stay within one niche or talk about one type of video category? Or are you just really comfortable with like, this is, I am who I am, and you get the videos you get?
I don't know. I know a lot of people have a niche, and I get that's probably how my channel started growing more, is when I started doing motherhood content, but I don't feel obligated to stick with that. I kind of just film what I think is fun, what I find interesting. And to me, it's almost as if no one watches it. As long as I'm having fun, it's still cool to me. So that's kind of how like the mindset I am with all of my videos. I never just film something because I think other people are going to watch it. Although that's, you know, exciting as content creators, we want other people to watch our videos. But I feel like if I'm having fun and it really shows through my videos, that's more important than trying to stick to, you know, certain type of videos every upload. If that makes sense.
No, that makes a lot of sense. And I think you really do have to balance between, I mean, one, why are you doing this? If you're doing it for a business, then yeah, you really need to just like hone in on this is a business and I need to do things that get me noticed. But if you're doing this as more of a hobby, and the money, all of that extra stuff, followers, the fan base, that's all fun and extra and cherry on top and keeps us going basically. But I love that you have that mindset. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and pull up a couple of questions. We do have a question in the chat. So if you guys have a question in the chat, use the hashtag question so it'll pull up easier. But Jamal wants to know, what's the #1 lesson you have learned from your viral experience?
The #1 lesson is, here's a little story time. I remember I did a collab actually with Frankie. Hi, Frankie, if you're watching. But that was a collab that I did with Frankie. And I remember thinking, oh, this video is probably not that great. It was what my breastfeeding toddler eats in a day. And it basically kind of talked about, you know, my breastfeeding sessions. And then I just showed what she ate. And I remember telling her, I was like, I don't think this video is going to do well. But I mean, I hope it does. But it's always the video that you don't think is going to do well or is your best work that goes viral. So, I mean, never put pressure on yourself, or sometimes the things that you find not interesting or not as exciting, other people find interesting, exciting. And those are things that they're looking into, obviously, on YouTube. But I think I want to say I hit my first million on that video within a month or so. And then by August, I hit 2 million. Now it's like I took a screenshot of it. It's over 2 million views, which is insane. But I had no pressure on that video. So it's so weird.
Yeah, so it's at 2.4. I wish I could screen share. I don't know how, guys. I am getting it together. I promise the next ones that I do, I'll be able to screen share and stuff. But basically, she had a video about what her breastfeeding toddler eats in a day. She really shows, you do a lot of what I eat in a day, right?
Yeah, I do that. Okay. I try to do that once every week or so, depending.
Okay, so yeah, so she's done this type of content before, and this one just took off on her channel, and now within 4 months has over 2.4 million views on it, which at that time, because I know you've gained a lot of subscribers from that video, at that time when you posted that video, what was your subscriber count?
I think it was like 6 something, and then when it started picking up, I mean, the past 2 weeks, my subscriber count has slowed down a little bit, but I was gaining 1,000 subscribers every week.
So like you were at 600? Like you weren't even at 1,000 subscribers yet?
No.
Oh, wow. I thought you were at least at 1,000. That's crazy.
No, I wasn't. I was at maybe like in the low 600s. And then now I want to say like 7,100 subscribers, maybe something around then. But the past 2 weeks, my subscriber count has is slowly gaining. But before that, I was gaining pretty much like 1,000 subscribers a week since July.
That is crazy. So yeah. I know you kind of touched on this of like when your video went viral. So could you tell right away it was going viral? Or because I know for me, I just kind of posted and then like months later, I was like, oh my God, this video has over 100,000 views. Like I didn't know. So was it the same for you?
Yeah, I actually, you know what's so funny? I don't even, this might be not for every YouTuber, but I don't watch how many views I have on each video. Occasionally I'll be like, oh, I wonder how many views this video got, and then I'll go back and check, but I'll upload a video, comment back to people, and that's pretty much it. So I never really watch my videos. So I remember actually one of my friends, I think it was my friend Sophia, maybe, she was on my channel and she was like, hey, do you know your video has this amount of views? I was like, what? So then I went, I didn't even know, I had no idea. And then ever since I started noticing that, I was like, okay, I'm going to watch this particular video. And then it just started growing and growing. And then I started getting subscribers. But yeah, I didn't even notice, or wasn't even paying attention to that. So.
Okay, so on this, you have a similar experience to me where my first video that took off, I was not monetized. So it's safe to say this is a video that got you monetized. Were you close to your watch hours already?
Oh, yeah, I was close to my watch hours already. Yeah, so which was super nice. But yeah, this video for sure got me monetized, and I've seen a good amount of income since from that video, which is pretty interesting because it's always nice to see that coming in when you're first starting off doing something for fun. So then after that, I told my husband, okay, I'm going to take this. This is my job. I'm going to take this serious. I'm going to stay regular, consistent, still do post videos, what I love. But I'm now taking into consideration what people want to see more. I know kind of what kind of videos, like my day in the lives do really well. For some reason, my weekend vlogs, I do a weekend vlog every week. Those do really well. So I kind of figured out what my audience likes and I kind of stick with it and I try to stay consistent. So now I'm starting to stay focused and keep this more as like a job mindset. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that actually goes to, I guess this next question is kind of like a 2-part. So what was your approach on making this video? Like, I know you've done, you talked about what I eat in a days before. So did you do anything different with this video, or was it just kind of like the same things you normally do?
It was, honestly, I think it was my first video I did regarding my toddler, what a breastfeeding toddler eats in a day. I mean, I breastfed for almost 2 years straight. And I think at this time, Stella was maybe 15 months. So, and I mean, I don't think that's uncommon, but I basically just talked about how many times I breastfeed her. I kind of just did my normal intro into that. And then I just broke down like the food that she eats throughout the day, our breastfeeding sessions. And basically I showed her whole day until like the last breastfeeding session of the day, I guess. And I don't know, people seem to really like it. So like I said, it was just interesting because normally I do my what I eat in a days and then occasionally kind of throw Stella in, but this was all about Stella. So Yeah.
So I will go and be honest and say, so we actually have very similar channels. Me and Destiny have collabed with each other before because we have very similar channels. And one of the strategies I teach my students is to find breakout videos. And you definitely had a breakout video in this. And something I didn't really do with also breastfeeding mom with Ezra is I don't really show what he eats in a day. So I did take tips from your channel and what you did in that video. And I was like, let's see if this works, right? And it did. I mean, I didn't get 2 million views, but it definitely outperformed versus my other ones. So what do you feel made the difference between that video that you did and like the other ones that you did? Like, did you use any different tags? Did you, like, was there any different comments?
So, yeah, no, that's so funny because when you reached out to me wanting to do a live, I actually went back to that video and I was like, I wanted to brainstorm to see, okay, because I figured the kind of questions that you might ask me. And I went to my tags and you're going to die. I probably used 10 tags out of the 500 the 500 keywords were allowed. And I was like, what the heck? And they were just simple tags. So I don't know, maybe it was my thumbnail that was like catchy because I know thumbnail. I mean, even me, if I see an interesting thumbnail, but I don't know the YouTuber, sometimes I'll still click on the video and watch it. So it could have been my thumbnail and maybe the way I edited the video. Because I think at that time I was starting to get, everybody has their different styles of editing. Like for you, when I watch your video, I know it's your kind of video. This like the way you edit. So maybe the way I started editing kind of just brought the audience more too. So the thumbnail and honestly my editing and maybe the meals I offered. I'm not quite sure if people were actually interested in the meals, but maybe more so like my toddler breastfeeding and maybe what she ate, but not like the breakdown of the meals, if that makes sense. But I didn't use crazy tags or anything like I do now. I try to use like the 500 like
so we're actually in a debate on another group and it's do tags really matter? And I am with the minority and YouTube itself has said tags don't really hold a huge importance when it comes to ranking. And I tell people I like to think of tags as placeholders to where it allows me to know where I'm ranking. So if I do find like I'm ranking for a search term, I will add that tag to the video. So if I want to create follow-up videos later on, it's easier for me because I'm keeping track of that. Yeah. But yeah, this just proves tags don't help you go viral.
Because I know a lot of people, and you're going to think I'm crazy too, because I know a lot of people use TubeBuddy and all of these other outlets that help your channel grow. They research tags, and I'm sure that helps. But for every upload I do, I don't do that. I kind of just like think of tags in my head and, okay, well, my video is about this. And then I like do the tags. And for a title, like sometimes I'll ask a friend for like title advice. Oh, does this title sound more catchy or this one? And then my other friends who are in YouTube, they'll tell me. But yeah, I don't do any research. And I know that's so crazy because a lot of people feel like that does help them. But I think for me personally, I don't know if that makes a difference. But for some people, I'm sure it does. It just probably just depends on the channel and the person.
So are you more audience focused? Like, do you think like your audience, like why would my audience click on this? Or is that how you kind of come up with your titles?
Yeah, so I'm thinking, okay, let's say I film, like I just uploaded a collab video with what I eat in a day with a girl. And so I'm like, okay, well, I titled it "A Subscriber Chose What I Ate in a Day," something like that. So I think I brainstorm in my head. It's like a freaking computer. And then I think of all these different tags that would make sense for that video, that would make it more clickable or however the tags work. And then I kind of just start like going off, like typing. And I do it instantly. I don't think of it. I do it in the moment. I don't think of it and then go to the computer and type it out.
Okay. Yeah. So this is really good because you're kind of breaking down already and you're thinking like a big YouTuber and I think it's so amazing. But like TubeBuddy, all of that, they're tools and eventually you can do it by yourself. Like you don't need to rely on those. And sometimes we get so caught up in getting like that 100% score on TubeBuddy or, it has to be this or it has to be a certain formula, but that's all to talk to the computer. And at the end of the day, it's really about knowing your audience, what your audience is going to click on. And I think you're doing really good at that. You even said it a couple of times that this video does well, my audience likes it, so I do more. And that's really what we have to do and not so much talk to the computer because the computer doesn't click on our videos. The computer doesn't, it just kind of places us in search, but it's up to us to really bond with that audience and keep them coming back. So I think that's amazing. Okay, so Jamal says, I truly believe that tags don't matter. TubeBuddy is great, but I don't think it's a necessity. It really isn't. It's great when you're a beginner YouTuber, when you're starting out. But I mean, again, you've proved you don't really need it. You just need to know your audience.
Yeah, I feel like you need to know your audience. And then also, like you said, the tags don't matter, but you want to put tags that relate to the video. You don't want to put like a tag that has nothing to do with the video. For me, I don't know. That's how I do it. So
I used to, I'll take whatever, like my main, even sometimes what my title is, and then I put that as my first tag, and then I just break up my title a little bit more. So for this one, I think we have like how to go viral as a small YouTube channel, and then I'll have that as one tag, and then I have like go viral as a small YouTube channel, and then small YouTube channel, and then go viral. Like I just kind of
I do that too. Yeah, to fill in the commas where the tags are.
Yeah, and it definitely helps.
I do that too. Yeah.
Okay, so guys, that's a tip for you. So just take your title and break it up into as many small pieces as possible. So I know we have about 10 more minutes, so a couple more questions. Okay, so something everyone wants to know: how did you feel when you went viral? Like, what was once you finally realized you were going viral?
God.
How did you
know what's so funny? And I keep on talking about Sophia and Frankie or whatever, but those are like my closest, like, well, not only like YouTube friends, but friends in real life. I talk to them daily, right? So they were both telling me, "Oh, you need to celebrate. You need to go do something," and I'm very outspoken and out there and things like that. But I remember telling Andrew, Sophia and Frankie are saying I should, go, celebrate or go do something. And he's like, yeah, it's pretty major. I was like, yeah, I know everyone's telling me it's major, but I don't know. In my head, I wasn't maybe giving myself the credit, which is so crazy because normally I'd be like, oh, I I was happy, but I didn't know how to feel. And, especially if you do YouTube like you do, how major that is. So I think the longer I think about it and see how like that video is still growing, I'm like, wow, that is crazy. Like, it's so cool. Like I hit my first 1 million views only months into starting YouTube again. And I guess now I know that doesn't really happen that fast. So now it's super exciting, but I kind of didn't know what to feel. I mean, I don't know if that's a normal answer, but.
No, I get that. And that makes more sense because I think I reached out to you when I realized you were starting to take off. And I was like, oh my God, your channel is blowing up. And you're like, no, it's not. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like you're so modest and you really do, like you do this for fun and to connect with your audience that you're just, like the numbers are just there for you. You're like, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know, because to be honest, I never started for the numbers or for the views. It was just a good creative outlet. Andrew was about to leave for deployment. I'm with Stella alone, and I've always been a working mom. I mean, I've never not worked. I had a corporate job before having my daughter, and I was really sad to not go back, but I didn't want anyone else to raise my daughter and my husband be on deployment. So I'm a creative person as it is, so I needed that outlet. So I think more for me, in my head, I was just like, you know what, even if one person watches my videos, I don't care. And I think maybe that's why I grew so fast, because I wasn't, trying to get the views, I don't even think I posted I was doing YouTube again until a few months after I actually started filming. So I don't know. I feel like it's just fun for me. And it's something I look forward to. I love editing. I love putting videos together. And then I also love having the videos to look back of with me and Stella and my family. And I don't know. It's just more fun, and everything else kind of just came after unexpectedly. So
you have to love this. This is probably one of the most expensive hobbies you will ever get into. You are not going to make money right away. And if that's why you're joining YouTube, if that's why you're doing this, is to be rich and famous, it doesn't happen for everyone. It doesn't happen overnight. Overnight successes are like rare, and people think they happen all the time. It is so rare to have like an instant overnight success without an audience on another platform or being known or being famous already. So it's a grind, and you just have to push through it.
It is, and it's so funny because I think sometimes people might look at our videos and they think it's so easy to film, it's so easy to edit. It's not. I mean, I could edit for hours, and then not only that, you don't want to have a baby crying in the background 24/7. I mean, they only see 15, 20, maybe 30 minutes of our day, right? So it's not easy. And I feel like people who only are creators will understand it's not that easy, because if it was, everybody would do it. But yeah, I don't know. And like you said, once you started seeing income from it, it's exciting. And then, I'm going to take this serious. This is I'm going to say, this is my job, Yeah. I mean, I helped pay for my new computer. How crazy is that? I haven't posted that because I don't want people to feel like I'm bragging. But I mean, how cool is that?
I posted it. Those are those little milestones.
I know.
I was like, it's
I don't know.
Celebrating.
Like, people who like know me, I mean, people who probably don't know me think maybe, I don't know. I probably come off as like, oh, like, I don't know, maybe in your face sometimes, but I don't want to come off like, oh, YouTube paid for my computer, or I don't know. But I mean, as a creator, you wouldn't see it that way, but people who are not creators, they might be like, oh, YouTube paid for her computer. I don't know.
No, yeah, I get it. Because for us, that's like hard work. Like hard work pays for your computer, not YouTube, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think if you switch your mindset, think like that, like every little thing, and celebrate those little milestones, I think it's going to be great. So, okay, one more question, and then we're going to ask for a piece of advice. So, did your content strategy change once you had this video take off, or once you realized this video was starting to take off? Did you change what you were doing at all?
I didn't change my video uploads, but I did change my consistent video uploading. So now I try to upload at least 2 videos, but lately I've been getting 3 videos up a week, which is super nice. And honestly, I just feel like staying consistent and engaging with your audience is what keeps them coming back. Also, I feel like your personality, and it shows. Someone told me the other day, they actually messaged me yesterday, and they were saying how I was super inspiring, and I was just like, oh, I'm inspiring? Like what? But she was saying that people probably love watching my videos so much is because you could tell I enjoy watching it. And coming from just a subscriber who messaged me that on Instagram, I mean, that meant a lot because I want to come off as I enjoy it, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know. I like those comments that are like, you keep it real, or like, especially the motherhood community. Like, I just love how you keep it real, or like, you're so honest, or, you know, you're this, you're that. Like those comments, and those keep us going. Like, I don't care how many views I have, like those comments and those connections keep us going. So,
yeah.
Okay. Now that we know all of this, we got all those questions. You have like, I think the biggest takeaway from me watching this is you've really reminded me it's about the audience. Sometimes for me, especially doing this channel, I can get so caught up in analytics and doing SEO and tags and keywords and all of that. But you really broke down, you don't use any of that. It's literally about thinking like your audience. And I think that's amazing. So what other piece of advice would you give to small creators watching this video to help them in their YouTube journey?
Yeah, honestly, just be yourself and don't try to be like another channel. I feel like that is the biggest thing, because sometimes you'll see people and they're still trying to figure out their niche or whatever, but you could tell they're trying to mimic other people. And in a way, we all kind of mirror each other in our motherhood channels, but you could tell when someone is just like themselves. Like I go to your channel and I could tell like, that's you. Like this is your Tiffany's channel. I could go to so-and-so's channel, you know, another friend of mine, I could tell like this is their channel. So I want somebody to come to my channel and be like, this is Destiny's channel. You know, she's not like this person. She's not like that person. Like she's just herself. And I feel like that's probably the biggest piece of advice, because there's so many, I don't know, I don't want to like say anybody's names, but there's so many like big celebrities out there that you don't have to be like. You know, I watch people because they're themselves. So I feel like that is probably my biggest advice. And then do it for fun. I mean, like you said, the money, the views, whatever, that's not going to come right away. I mean, and like you said, it's an expensive hobby to invest your time and money and everything into. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Just enjoy what you're doing. And I feel like you will grow organically. So.
Yeah, so I think that is great advice. And I hope you guys really like listen to that. Like literally do this for fun. Do it, you know, and that's the main reason. If that's what you're trying to do is just to connect with people and have fun, you will go a lot further than if you jump on here thinking you're going to make money right away. Because even when we're monetized, you guys have seen my income reports. When you're monetized, it doesn't mean you're making a ton of money.
Yeah.
You know,
it's just, my viral videos where most of the money is coming from. Right. Like I don't make a lot of money off of my.
You need a couple of viral videos to, you know, make a living off of that.
Yeah, make like a living. Yeah, to make like an actual like living.
Yes. And then just to add to your be unique, be yourself, you know, again, I talk to my students about this, is find what I call your UVP, your unique value proposition. That is literally like the thumbprint to your channel. Yes, we have similar patterns, and I always say, I have like on my phone, I have a thumbprint unlock. My child probably has a similar pattern, but she can't unlock my phone because we're different, you know? And so it's the same thing with your channel. When your subscriber comes, like, yes, you may have similar, you know, channel or content ideas, videos, whatever, but it's your UVP that keeps you different and keep people coming back to you and really connecting with you. So I think that's great that you touched on that. So Thank you, guys. I don't think we have any other questions in the chat. If you guys do watch this on the replay and you have any takeaways from this, let us know in the comment section below. I am actually kicking off a 30-day challenge. It's completely free. I'm going to be sharing some of the training that I've been giving my students so you guys can really learn how to find your niche, how to really find your UVP, how to upload videos, talk to the algorithm and talk to your audience. It's going to be so much fun. So I will have all that information on the replay in the description box. I have Destiny's channel there. Destiny's viral video is there, so you guys can take notes, especially if you're in the motherhood niche. I think she's a great person to just kind of watch her personality. You have one of like the realest personalities, and I'm definitely a person that watches like smaller channels because of that. You guys keep it so real, so I love that about you guys. But
and I'm not the pro, Tiffany's the pro.
Oh
Take
my
all
God. Thank you. But yes, thank you so much for joining us. Don't go anywhere. I'm just going to end this broadcast. But guys, again, if you are watching this on the replay and you like these type of videos and you want to see me interview another creator that went viral, or you had a viral video, let me know in the comment section. I do want to do these monthly because I think they're really good takeaways. So I am excited to keep this going. Thank you guys for being here.